Hello, Vudani here, and today I have another Elementalist video. I'm not gonna do live this time, however it is a very interesting spec. It is a Scepter Dagger spec, and the goal is burst damage and just high damage. It has a couple survival skills, but my focus here is definitely killing people. And there are a few ways I'm going to do that, but the main way is going to be stunning or knocking down foes and then hitting them with a fire combination. And this is definitely a pretty common spec for Scepter. And right there you see I ride the lightning. I didn't have a good angle for updraft, and I do hit it there, switching to fire, going to Dragon's Tooth, and then I start the fire grab. Hit him for a decent amount, but I didn't get very many good crits. However, I could have used Arcane Power in that situation, which would have assured critical hits, but it really wasn't needed at that point. We had quite a few players coming in, and that just would have been overkill.
Windmill captured.
We doing a good job here at the start of this match. We have the center, and we're capturing, well, we don't have the center anymore, but we did capture their point, which is always good. And right here you see a Necromancer, and I tried to hit him with my blinding attack from Earth, but it fell to the ground. I tried to hit him with Earthquake, didn't quite catch it. However, I do get a good Churning Earth on him. Looks like he used a defensive ability there, didn't get as much damage. He's probably fairly defensive. However, that other guy goes down there, and right now I'm in fire, basically applying what damage I can. There goes a Dragon's Tooth, and just you can see I'm kind of switching throughout my attunements, trying to get the most out of it. And right there I just used my 2 healing spells with the water. The healing for Scepter Dagger is actually pretty good in terms of burst healing. You can do about 3.5k healing, maybe a little less. If you have your heal as well in water, you'll get the regeneration, but you can get a good amount of healing with those 2 abilities alone. When you're roaming with this spec, you're definitely going to want to start in your
team found a repair kit. Use it to repair your
what is it called? I don't know. The lightning one.
Enemy captured
And right there I just started with my Ride the Lightning, went into the updraft, hit him with a big crit there. Got a couple blast effects. You see I have 6 stacks of might, and I went on a whim with that fire grab, and it did look like I hit him. Probably a critical hit. Not sure if my Arcane Power was still active at that point, but in any case, I mean, you can kind of see what this build can do. Once you get them knocked down or immobilized, oftentimes they will dodge roll right after that knockdown and immobilize. However, that's actually kind of good. A lot of times when they do dodge roll out of that knockdown, they're going to actually come out of that dodge roll right as your Dragon Tooth hits. And there's the classic combo right there. And you saw I basically took him from full to almost dead in essentially one big hit. And that is something that is very difficult to react to, and you do want to take advantage of that with this build, because you're going to essentially start your combo when someone is at full health, and someone at full health obviously is not going to expect to die in one hit. So line up that burst. You got Arcane Blast to kind of complement that, but you knock them down, start up the Dragon's Tooth, and mid Dragon's Tooth you can activate Arcane Power, and then if you do need to apply a burn, you can actually hit them with your auto attack and fire to get the fire grab. Fire grab, if the enemy is burning, when you do activate fire grab, you're going to do a significant amount more. And right there I got a decent crit with that fire grab. I tried to apply what I could with that, all my fiery effects, I suppose, and that guy was pretty much done. I switch over, get on this Necro. I wanted to switch into Earth to try and stun him to prevent that stomp. Didn't quite get it, but I'm going to move in here and see that guy stomping again. And not sure if I hit him. He did go stealth, but there's a good chance that, yep, he got hit. As you can see, he's down there. And right now I see we're getting overwhelmed a bit, but I do want to try to pressure them still. I get some good damage here. If I'm gonna win this fight, I really can't let them revive. I do end up popping my mist form, and while in mist form I actually activated the fire elemental. When you do pop mist form inevitably with this build, it's a good opportunity to use your glyphs if you need to. And I really wanted to kill that thief. I knew if I did go down I would rally from him, so I just kinda allowed it to happen there. And switching into electric right there to just kinda get ready for the next battle. Okay, here's one thing that is good that I don't believe I've noted yet. When you're in Earth Attunement, you're going to have rock armor, I believe is what it's called, your number 2, and that's going to give you armor. And you can basically have that up 100% of the time. You're not necessarily going to shoot the projectiles that it'll give you, but it's definitely good to have. And I'm trying to engage this battle with Earthquake, the stun from this, and here we go. I'm going to hit him with that there, and I'm going straight for the Churning Earth. And I did get a pretty nice hit on him. It looked like he tried to evade, but that's one thing. Both Churning Earth and Dragon's Tooth will actually take just enough longer than the initial stun, that if they dodge right out of it, they're still usually going to get hit. And you did see after that Churning Earth hit him, I chased him down, hit him with my normal attack for fire, and use that burn to get a nice 6.6k crit it looked like with the Fire Grab. Fire Grab is a very nice ability. Obviously you have to be in melee, but it is AoE, which is very useful. Oftentimes with this build it's gonna be hard to apply burns everywhere, and right there I go in, hit him with Updraft. He did pop Death Shroud and got a fear on me, but I did hit him with a pretty nice Dragon's Tooth, and here this thief goes down. I'm trying to stomp him, but quickly I see that this is not going to end well for me, so I misform and get out of there. I didn't see any teammates. I'm basically waiting to get reinforced, but it doesn't look good at that point. So here I pop into water and heal up a bit, trying to get my health to regenerate, but it is not happening. And probably should have taken that guy's advice and ran a little quicker. Here we got 2 guys running in. Gonna try to get the higher ground. I pop my Phoenix right into my fire circle. And here comes a flame grab. Looked like I got some decent hits, but unfortunately didn't have my mist form up, and yeah, that didn't end well. I wasn't able to regenerate enough health, and overall, I mean, if you get focused by 3 people, this build is certainly pretty squishy. It has some survivability, but you don't want to become the target, and right there I mean, if they didn't attack me, they were stupid. I kind of made myself very obvious. And on this Guardian, just gonna go stomp him. Wasn't sure if he'd have his knockback, and there it goes. Finish him off real quick. I don't know, overall this build is pretty fun. It's very cool to see when your combo works perfectly, and I mean it does actually land quite often. I was very surprised playing this build at how often I did manage to get that up. And right there I knocked back that thief as he tried to burst me down, and unfortunately he comes up. I pop my misform because he looks like he was venom sharing and got me with a long immobilize. Or something to that extent, but right there you see I kited him pretty easily. He was fairly squishy. Just the use of the misform, I was able to kite him long enough to take him down. I mean, he died pretty quick, and that's how a lot of people go with this build. And as always, I hope this video is helpful. If you like the spec, let me know. Let me know how it goes for you if you try to play it. I'm actually pretty curious on what other people find with the Scepter builds for Elementalist, and leave comments on what you'd like to see next week, and thanks for watching.